This is Damon Stevens with Finno Bullers. Today is Tuesday, September 13th, 2022, and the stock market update for trades of the day. Hopefully you guys listened to the CPI data that we talked about last few days here this morning so that you're prepared for the day. We talked about this coming into this week that to be careful. We started this on Sunday that those numbers could be bad, and if they're bad, the market could drop and make sure you're locking in your profits. So this is the reason why you lock in those profits. So hopefully you did that. Hopefully you're even able to catch some of this dump today. It was quite a sell-off. We basically lost, pretty much our bull run, and left some gaps behind in both directions. So just something to be aware of. But for right now, I think the data is speaking for itself. That things are not cleaned up here yet. That things are not doing better. So just got to be prepared for possible downside all the way down to lows or lower lows. But we're not there yet. Could find support. We're right. We ended today on support for a reason, but we also blew through a few support levels. But let's kind of get right into it. Take a look at what's going on. Get you guys prepared for tomorrow. Looking at the Dow Jones, one of the worst days since the pandemic. So Dow Jones was down 3.94%. Almost 1,300 points. Nasdaq down 5.16%. S&P 500 down 4.32%. It was red. There was blood in the streets today. Just crazy downfall here. Obviously, there were some things that hit the scanner. AKRO and ADTX didn't catch those. There's a few other ones, but did catch tail of one here. We'll cover here in just a second, but just this massive sell-off after our open. So it's something to be aware of. We talked about this. We cover this every day as far as what's coming up in our calendar. Tomorrow we have PPI that could have an effect also on today if the market wants to use that as an excuse to continue to either to pull back a little bit even more or to run back up a little bit and retrace some of the move from today. But Thursday we have initial jobless claims, retail sales, several things on Thursday that are gonna, could continue to impact the market one direction or the other. So just be real careful on that. And I know on Friday we have all of our options closing out here as well. So just be careful this week. It's going to be a very volatile week. And right now, I think you can see that the reason why. So just be careful out there. You're trading. Here's the SHPH on a 15-minute chart. You can see here the lows here on this IPO was 12 bucks. And you see, you got up to 46, and then we kind of pulled back. Yesterday, the low was 28.33, pulled back to 34.20, high up, 45.17. So just kind of chop back and forth. But if you're scalping or you're looking for something to trade, just be careful on this one. But it was one of the stocks that had some positive momentum today. All right, so look at here. So institutions paying for we talked about this. This was the hedging. So there's hedging that the market was going to come down, and if it didn't, that they were still prepared. So more puts still out there on the market, and obviously anybody who was short in the market was getting rewarded today. So congratulations on that. Maybe you're holding on to some in case we go even further, and I think you'll see that there are. Here you're looking at the SPY. Here's everything in red is puts, everything in green are calls. And I think you can see here easily that there's a lot more people short in this market than going long. You can see here about 1.5 people are short in this market to be long on the market. And see here 400, this huge spike at 380 and 370. So quite a few out there looking for this market to come down low. And we talked about this since Sunday. So this kind of was the news that was out there that we're expecting a hike on September 21st. And as of today, it sounds like they're going to go 1.0. So they were talking about moving at 0.75 percent. Now they're talking about 1 full percent on the 21st. So just be aware of that. I look at inflation rate. We talked about this as well on our charts that we kind of hit the top here, kind of pulling back a little bit, but not enough to really to make a difference. So definitely going to have to see this come down, or we're going to, continue to see pain in the market. And we also talked about this. This is a really important chart, and you'll see why now, again, because we just talked about this last night, that we're elevated back where we were back in the day. So 70, or anywhere around the 70, 69 to 75 is where we had a pullback, and we hit it to 94 and had your rip your face off pullback here. We came back up and tagged yesterday 70, 69, 30, this level right here. And what happened today? Boom, pull right back again, almost down to support. So this is all the S&P 500 stocks that were above the 50-day average, people who were bullish, or companies that were bullish, that say. And we had got up to 70% again that were bullish. Now we're back down here to 30, 36, 37%. So, a lot of people got knocked down again. And so this, could come lower if the news continues to be negative out there. So this is a good indicator to let you know kind of where the market's at and maybe if it's elevated a little bit. If you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel, Ben Wealth Live on YouTube, and also, like our videos and share the videos with others so that they can learn and work with us as well. If you haven't become a member, you can go out to our free Discord, non-member Discord, where we have chat and we post our daily watch list. To where you can see what we're going into and when we're getting out of stocks each day. And then, also, if you're interested in joining our program, we have a program here. There's a dashboard here, but you have live trading. We have training courses. We have master course out there. We have about 16 different techniques that we teach out there for trading. As you're trying to either figure out, what works best for you, or if you're looking for a different way of trading, we have several of them out there. There's hundreds, in the marketplace, but we took the 16 core and put that in our courses. You have group training and also one-on-ones. One-on-ones are great because we've looked at people's desktops, and found out reasons why they were struggling trading, or that they weren't even set up to trade. And really needed some help. So we're more than willing to do that if you want to come in and join us as a member. That's just our first front page of our training here. Looking at some charts here. CMG, Chipotle, we talked about this one, just a nice rip your face off, run after we got the earnings come out. Pulled back a little bit here, not even 50% of this run. I guess it's about 50% of that run, but then ran up here and continues to be strong. So CMG, Chipotle, holding up, just been a beast. So hopefully you've been able to take advantage of that. Been on our charts here for weeks. Tesla, you can see that we ran up here. And we talked about this also last night, that it would hit our trend line, right? And I told you I put two trend lines out here. One was the main trend line that's over major pivots. And then I did one over this minor pivot from here. And that's where that trend line, and we had tagged that. And so we could possibly have a pullback. Didn't expect the CPI number was going to be the cause for it, but whatever works. And so now we come back here and we're coming down here to possibly test the 20. If we don't hold the 20-day moving average, we come back lower. Tesla was one of the, I thought, the stronger ones today, though, trying to really hold up there. Amazon had a nice run up here. We talked about this as well. A lot of these are just, kind of just recapping where we're at from where we talked about last night. So we were coming up to 200. Obviously, rejected off of 200. We're down here, back down the bottom of this candle. So we have resistance here, or some support down here. So hopefully this holds around this 124.50. And if it does, then we could possibly bounce. If not, we could come down and start testing some lows here. NVIDIA finally was getting a run up here and a huge gap down to open. And then now down to new lows again. NVIDIA, which I think is a great company, great, to have in your portfolio, hopefully long-term, although it's been really awful lately. It continues to be weak. So, not going to add anything into my long-term portfolio right now on this one till, it shows some strength here. And I was hoping that, maybe it would get, this low in here, but, there could be lower lows on the semiconductors really, been hit hard. So just be careful. Netflix, you can see here that we're kind of range bound here, came up, just broke out of it, and now we're back towards the bottom of this. So hopefully we can stay in this range. Should be, good support here unless the market really starts to tank. So look for support around 218 on Netflix. Apple was a latecomer to the party and then ran up and then sold back off down. One thing it did do though is it closed this gap, this huge gap that we had from Apple just after a day. You can also see we had this trend line in here, and you see that we had blown through it a little bit yesterday, and then we pulled all the way back down almost to the bottom, down to the bottom support. So this obviously is a wedge here. And so, we'll see if we consolidate down here or if we're gonna have a breakdown, possibly if there's more bad news this week. Microsoft hit the 20. Now we're all the way back down here to support. If we break the support, we could be coming back down towards lower lows. So just be aware of that. We're below all these candles. And so hopefully this will act as support here, and hopefully don't break below 251. If we do, then lower lows could be, obviously will be on the list here and possibly new lows. Looking at 10-year yield, boom, all the way up here, almost tagging the high here. Money flowing into the bonds means money's flowing out of the market, and wait till you see the dollar here in a second and 2-year yields. So 2-year, boom, explosion. And this is where all the institutions are going to be putting their money in this 2-year yield till this market till this economy can turn around here. So yields just booming, exploding. So a lot of money flowing in here right now. And the dollar just crazy. If you guys are trading the dollar on the futures, congratulations, man. This is just killing it, especially today. Look at that bar, one of the biggest bars we've seen ever. So money flowing way out of the market here. You can see all the selling that was going off and it's going into the dollar. And China had a bunch of bad news out here too, so that's really kind of pumping this up. Gold, obviously, with the dollar up, gold's going to be down, and it's down here back to our support line again. The VIX, big huge spike. This is a really large bar as well. I mean, this is huge, and right up here to this resistance line we had here. So hopefully we can stay down here. And obviously we wanted to get down in the 20s if we want the market to rally. Obviously that's over now because we're up over 25. So if this can stay in here, maybe we have a chance to hold this line here. But if we don't and this starts to break back up or breaks out, the market's coming down hard. So just be careful out there. Here's it on the weekly. So this was the candle we had coming down here, and you see here we just kind of right here on that weekly chart, we're right up at that breakout level as well. So we hopefully hold below this line. If we don't, we got some trouble in paradise here. So SPY on a daily basis, you see here on a daily chart, big huge gap up here. We left this gap there, and obviously this gapped way down. This one has a little bit here as well, but nice drawdown here, not to the bottom, but close. I mean, we blew through some good support levels, and 393 was like the last line in the sand. And when we tagged 391, I was like, okay, we may collapse here, and luckily we didn't. But 390 is our next level of support, not far away, just a couple dollars. If we break 390. Just be careful. If we hit, and then we'll hit 388. If 388 misses, we're coming down hard. So we're really close to critical breaking critical support here. On the weekly, you can see here on the weekly, you can see how we're back down to the bottom of this candle. So we do not want to break this candle here from 2 weeks ago. Triple Qs back here now, back all the way back down to our support line. You can see here we're in this wedge. Came right down and tagged that line. And we also tagged this line here on our deviation bands. That was support for a few days here while we broke up. So we'll see if we get support on it this round. Semiconductors right down to our support line as well. This is one we talked about here where we have low consolidation. and then we broke out and we're right back down into it again. So hopefully that support line will hold. IWM, it pulled back from this resistance line back through the deviation bands. So, very well could come down here and revisit this 170 level. Financials pulling back as well. And it's right on our support line. Definitely could see this come back down here and testing this trend line down here around 30, 33. Bitcoin making this nice run up here. It hit our top of our top trend line here, and then it kind of bounced off. Obviously, with everything selling here in the market, Bitcoin kind of lost its momentum, unfortunately. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum still back down here into this little wedge, which is very tight. I mean, we're really pretty much reaching the end of this. But Ethereum is down here. We'll see if it can hold, break back up, hopefully before the weekend, so you can have a good weekend rally here. But if the market and the news continues to be bad, we might start seeing the sell-off on these cryptos that just barely got a chance to start running again. And then Luna Classic, this one you can see here, it's found support off at 20. It's bounced up a little bit. We'll see with the market conditions if it can hold this. If not, it could start to roll off here, and maybe the Luna Classic takes a little bit of a dip as well. So that's our stocks, our cryptos, things that we're looking to trade, or we are trading. Again, join our Discord. We have a free Discord out there and chat room. We have a membership site, has tons of content and a lot of help for people who are beginners, people who are looking for new ideas. Definitely love to have you come join us. Everybody have a great night. We'll talk tomorrow after the market closes. But definitely join us in the morning on our chat room, and we will see you tomorrow night. Take care.